In this video, we're going to be talking about limiting beliefs and how your mindset might actually be keeping your business small. I'm going to teach you how to identify your limiting beliefs, get rid of them, and grow your business exponentially. So stick around. My name's Aurora. This is Abundant Minds, and we take spirituality and metaphysics and apply them to the real world and specifically entrepreneurship. So you can take that woo-woo and turn it into cash. Let's jump right in. Okay, so limiting beliefs, what are they? So a lot of times in society, they are miscategorized as self-esteem. And this is wrong because you can have a lot of self-esteem. You can be very confident and sure of yourself that you will succeed. It's more about, and there are several books, I'll link one below in the captions, of the upper limit effect. And so this is a space that you identify with. Maybe it might be a financial bracket or just a level of success that you identify with. You feel uncomfortable going above it subconsciously. So let's say that, when you were growing up, maybe in your household, finances were an issue. Maybe there was strain or maybe significant strain, and that you were one of those people who had to watch a budget. Maybe you didn't get to go on vacations like some of the other kids or things like that. And that kind of stays with you. So then when maybe you're confident enough to start a business or go for a new promotion, but how well you do in that space subconsciously is going to be tied to the belief you have about yourself and your own abilities. So another limiting belief that really comes up a lot with entrepreneurs is belief that we have to work very hard to succeed. And so this belief can help you in the beginning. It is a limiting belief, but it can actually help you in the beginning to really be motivated, to work hard, to advance your career. But what happens later on, when your business starts achieving success, you need to switch into more of like a marathon phase, marathon mindset of a sustainable business and scalable. And a lot of times there's a way you can step back a little bit from your business because it is more stable now. But if you believe that you just always have to work hard to succeed, you're going to find other things to fill that time with because you have this limiting belief. The first step is to identify them and write down everything that you believe about yourself, about life, success, and money. This might be a long list, but kind of just broadly, like, I believe that I have to work hard for success, or I believe that things don't come easy to me. Things like that. And those can really help you just to look down and see what is going on and try to find out, was there a time in your life where you didn't believe this? For me, I didn't used to have those limiting beliefs until I got more into middle school and I was bullied for being the poor kid and not having name brands. And so I started taking on this negative identity that, I was the poor kid. And it took me many years to kind of play with that and get rid of that belief that I wasn't the poor kid. That's not part of my identity. I was raised in a home that had financial issues. Do you see the difference there? Rather than taking that and making that part of my identity, it's something that happened. It's not who I am. So that is lesson one, is how to identify what your beliefs are. So now that you have the conscious limiting beliefs, now it's time to tap into subconscious limiting beliefs, areas that you're stuck in your business. And so some of mine were that I kept procrastinating on getting out and delving into Pinterest and exploring email marketing. I kept dragging my feet on those. And another problem I was having in my business was brand awareness, that I wasn't getting my name out quick enough. People weren't knowing me enough. Another issue that I was having was that I kind of was always struggling to make ends meet. And I was making enough money to cover my expenses, but not much more. And so once I looked at, okay, these are the problems I see. What am I not seeing? And I started playing with these ideas more and more. And I realized that one of my limiting beliefs was that the idea of myself in my head, my identity, was not of someone who had a very successful business. I was a new business. I had a little business. And so, what do those businesses have? They have very little brand awareness, and they don't have a level of success beyond struggling. So, I also realized that not tapping into email marketing and Pinterest, it wasn't because I was overwhelmed at the process like I'd been telling myself. It was because I knew that pulling those levers would really grow my business. But the idea I had of myself, my comfort level, wasn't at the success level I would have once I implemented those. So I was procrastinating that growth subconsciously. And the brand awareness also, I was in a lonely place at the time, and I kind of felt isolated from people. And so that came through. It's amazing how much of your inner beliefs come through in your business and your branding and all of those type of things. So spiritually, all of this is energy. Feelings are energy, and that's the energy we're putting out into the world, and we're subconsciously manifesting that scarcity. So that's really where you need to start to change all that, is identifying those limiting beliefs. And then you can start uprooting them and looking at them from different angles. Another place where you might be struggling to grow in your career due to mindset is scarcity. So I get it. If things are lean and you are struggling, it could be that you are focusing so heavily on that. And it's hard not to, but you have to really try and lean into value. I'll give you an example. Is when I was about 6 months into my business, I made this very comprehensive ebook with a lot of resources. And I worked very, very hard on this. And I even had like a big launch for this ebook, and crickets. Big old goose egg, not a single sale. And I finally gave up, and I chopped it up into 5 different lead magnets, built little funnels for them on MailChimp, put them on Pinterest, ran very small little ads on them, and people signed up onto my email list, and they just flooded in. I turned off the ads very shortly into it, and they just kept flooding in. And then after they were in my email list for a little while, they started by choice learning about my brand with a different taste in their mouth. Now they thought, or they knew, that I cared about the value I was giving them, and I was concerned about their satisfaction. Because if you come to a customer and you are concerned about what they can give you, they can feel it. That energy comes across. Even if you don't think it does, it does. It just kind of feels inky and icky. But if you come to a customer with value first, or an audience, or whatever the case may be for your career, if you come first with a desire to serve, they feel that too. And then they're more interested in your business. And it's a longer term game. But once they were on my email list, they started converting, and they started shopping in my boutique. And then they started referring customers to me and repeat shopping with me, and they became great customers. And I think back, and in that time frame, I lost at least 150, probably close to 250 email subscribers at the rate I was getting them in, because I had tried to sell it first. I had been so focused on, I need to generate money today. I need to get these people to buy so that I can pay my bills. That was my thinking. I was very stuck in the scarcity of it, and it got me nowhere. It got me nowhere. actually, that's not true. It gave me this beautiful learning lesson. But at the time, I felt it got me nowhere. And so now I know you have to lead first with value, and the sales will come. It's not going to happen overnight, but the customers you could bring in overnight aren't going to be the same customers who are going to come back and shop and shop and shop again and give you lasting results. So, limiting beliefs, just to recap, you first want to look at what you see as the places of your identity, what you believe in yourself that may be holding you back. Then, second, you need to focus on where in your life or your business you are facing obstacles that you can't seem to get over. Where are your weak points, and what might those have connection with in your real life or your personal life? How might they connect? And on the timeline, where might these have begun from? And then you have to look at what you're doing for your customers or your audience and where your motivation is. Is it from what you can get from them, or is it from what they can give to you? I'm sorry, what you can give to them. Okay, so I hope this helped. Please like and subscribe if you want to see more. We really focus on spirituality and applications to the real world and mindset, law of attraction. And please comment below and let me know where you're at, what limiting beliefs you have. If you have any tricks that I haven't mentioned below, I'd love to hear them. So thanks so much, guys, and have a beautiful day.